Okay, my first worm had to fill up some water here. So now we're gonna go ahead and start pumping in some more moisture into this bin. We're gonna get these European night crawlers a little bit of the liquid they need to be happy and flourish. So again, there's no heat, there's no more heat in this bin. I'm letting the nice Northern California weather work its own magic. So these bins are looking really, really good. And the worms seem to be pretty happy. Let me pump this up, there we go. So we're gonna give this some water. Like I said earlier, there's no magic number, just kind of feel it out. So that's what I'm kind of doing right now, is I'm feeling it out with my fingers to see where it's at. Remember, the cardboard's gonna soak it all up. So that moisture is gonna be within the cardboard, right? So you don't want anything pulling, anything like that, because that will hurt the worms. You just want this to be nice and moist so that they're getting their water that they need, the moisture that they need to move through here freely. And work them. I mean, look at the size of that thing. That is a nice European night crawler. I like where we're sitting right now. Another one. Got a tail on him. Right. Okay, now what I'm going to do, a little bit different, because I do want to fatten these guys up a little bit, because I am going to take some for fishing here soon. I'm going to hit them up with some molasses. And what this is a squirt bottle with molasses in it. And I'm just going to kind of squirt. Obviously, it's not a very good squirt bottle, because look at the way it's squirting right now. I'm going to have to buy some better quality ones. I'm just going to hit the top of it with that molasses spray, and I'm going to go ahead and feed all the way around, right? So I want them to go where? Everywhere. And we're going to feed them everywhere. One in the middle, one on the end, one here, one over here, 2 more bins left, one here. And because I like the worm population in this bin, and I believe it's one of our larger ones, I'm going to go ahead and give it something that a real treat. And I'll tell you what that treat is. It's avocado. Right? You see that sticker there? Think the worms are going to eat that sticker? Absolutely not. What will they do? Well, we'll come back to that sticker. I'll put it right there like that. I'm going to go ahead and put that here, and I'm going to give it a light cover up. We're going to come back to that, and you're going to see. They'll eat all around that, and they'll push that sticker right on up. So overall, the health of this bin looks really, really good. We're going to give it a cover of plastic here, and we're going to give this a cover of some cardboard just to keep that light out. And we're going to put this bin right where she belongs. Okay, this bin was $2.23. So we were talking about a couple weeks ago. There's my blender I bought. You can see I don't repurpose everything there with the cardboard, right? Whew, here's a dry bin. Let's see what we got. We got somewhat dry paper, and we have some worms in there. I'm just looking at the ends here because I did not feed the ends, and there are worms in here. There's definitely worms on the ends. So that's telling me that the worms are doing what they naturally doing, and that's explore. And then I know for sure there's worms in the middle because that's where the worm castings are. And this is a mixed bin. So what I'm going to do now is, yeah, there's the bulk of the worms. That's where they're kind of sitting. And now I'm going to go ahead and start spreading it around. We're going to get that compost there, that worm castings now mixed into this entire bin. I let them kind of set and get an ease. Now I want to get the microbes all the way around. I'm confident that those castings sat there in the middle and the worms just sat there and hovered in it. We got to get those worm castings spread all the way around through this bin, and that's going to keep this aerobic and get them stimulated to, be in a new home and eat. They were settled down. We did what we needed to do. Now we're going to give this some more water. Because I want to get this bin good and moist. You can see the white in this. There's a lot more paper in here, so you got to be kind of cautious with the water levels because the paper will clump up. So this has got a mixture of cardboard and paper in here. Good. I mean, it's a decent drink. We really agitated them pretty good today, and that's okay. Because now we got that habitat rolling. I'm confident what we just did there is going to work out well. And we're going to go ahead and spark their interest in some food. So there's your 1, there's your 2, your 3, 4, and 5. We're going to get them around. And because that's our last bin, I'm going to go ahead and give this a treat of its own as well. There's a nice avocado we didn't eat. We're going to go ahead and cover that up here. Okay. And then I'm going to give this a little bit of some chow. I'm not going to do a lot because I just gave them a decent amount of food. And then we'll spark them up with a little bit of the molasses water here, just to wet down that grit that we just threw on top. We're going to get the microbes and all this stuff working here. If anybody knows that in the comments a good water bottle, let me know. I'd be interested in finding a good brand because I have no good luck with finding better brands. So, again, I didn't have bubble wrap on it last time. I am going to add it this time, so I have some extra down here from previous bins. We're going to go ahead and keep this moisture in here now. And because worms do not like light, we'll go ahead and cover them up as well. So that bin's going to go right up top. And that's it. So again, growing with castings, these right here, I mean, this is all casting grown. So if I were to grab, let's use this for an example here, and I were to grab this root base here, let's dive into this here. Look at the root structure growing. This is all worm castings only. You can see how well it's grown. If you can see the rich green within this, I mean, it does what it does, right? So what I'll end up doing is I'm going to end up feeding this to our big bin here and let him have it right after I harvest the tops of this for, I mean, it's lemongrass. Why not microgreen with it, right? So that's what we're doing. So if you see there, there's that. And then also, because I want to get my garden going, you're going to see here, we got arugula going. We've got tomatoes going. There's multiple plants in each one of these. I'll be able to root out of here. And then, you know, believe it or not, I did something unique. That's cactus. That's cactus. So what the heck? Let's try to grow some cactus. I want to see what it looks like, what it does. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a little bit of water because it is getting on the dried out scale. So it's going to get a good healthy drink right now. And then in a couple weeks, it's going out into the garden. And we'll see how we did. Okay. So what I put this in is just an eggshell plastic container to keep the liquid inside here so that they can continue to do their magic. And what I have up here are some grow lights, just some basic cheap grow lights, just to have in the background to show that we are using our own material for our habitat to grow out in. So overall, you know, I couldn't be more happy with what we're doing here. I think that it's an absolute sustainable business as far as taking care of people's gardens. And for what it's worth, I appreciate your fellowship and watchership. And continue to like and subscribe. Thanks for joining my first worm.